this area here is where everybody had pre-theatre dinner.
Yeah.
So it's important to have like a nice dinner in the woods before the show to make a whole evening of it, a whole occasion.
Yeah.
I'm one of those who like, you know, when you go to a dinner and you don't get enough.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's share bowls, let's share platters, and then people can just serve themselves. And it's quite like rustic feel, like the food was all like very organic and locally sourced and just like delicious. Because I think a lot of people were surprised because they were like, I was in a woodland and like we weren't expecting high-end gourmet and fabulous food, and it was. And you could even stay in one of the bell tents afterwards because we are in the middle of nowhere. A lot of Londoners have come, so it's been useful so they can watch the show, not worry about getting back.
I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need you. I've got to break free. Hey, thank you, Steve. God knows. Well, God knows I want to break free. I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love for the first time. In love with the world that's for real.
And where have people come from?
So there's a lot of locals, a lot of people from the area, because obviously, you know, there's been no theatre for a year and a half, and a lot of people were like gagging to see something.
Yeah.
And also in this county, Berkshire, there's not that much. There's not any like famous theatres like, you know, like in Bath or, you know, in certain places of the country. And so a lot of locals, a lot of Londoners, a lot of fans of the people in the show. My parents, you know, from Derby, obviously.
Long as you keep them way off balance, how can they spot you've got no talent? Razzle dazzle razzle dazzle razzle dazzle and they'll make you a star.
When I decided to put this on, because I've already done a lot of events here, like we do a lot of retreat festivals here.
Yeah.
And last year they built that amazing stage, and I saw it and I was like, I love all these new world music and bongo drums and everything, but that stage was built for certainly an into the woods moment, as we are in the woods, but also like, you know, just a peppering of all the different shows, just to show the range of musical theatre, show the range of the talent of the people in the show, keep it like fast moving, keep people engaged and interested, which outdoor theatre you have to, because it's a different feeling, you know, when you're outdoors. And also like the way the ground slopes on a kind of like rake, it's just perfect theatre space. And so usually this glade's used for like, you know, in these festivals we do, there's always a fire in the middle, and it's really kind of quite, you know, where the circles meet, so very hippy dippy.
Can you feel the love tonight? Too far. The night's uncertainties. Love is where we are.
I really wanted to put on a show during we were able to do during this lockdown time, which obviously outdoors you can. And I just, obviously the actors, bless them, weren't in a show because the shows aren't on just yet, even though in a couple of weeks they're all going back in. So I caught them at the right time. It's divine timing. It was really serendipitous, and they all could do it. All the cast are amazing, you know, every single one of them in their own unique way. The way that they, you know...
And a lot of them have been in the shows that they're, from the songs that they're singing.
We had Alphabet, we had Jean Valjean, Javert, sorry, and obviously the We Will Rock You guys, and Chicago,
Did that help to influence the set list when you were putting it all together?
If I'm honest, I just chose all my favourite songs from my favourite musicals, and I also wanted musicals. It started off by I wanted to do all musicals that are either set in a wood or something like that. You know, but there aren't that many. So then I was like, oh, okay, we'll go African Savannah. That's kind of outdoors. We're gonna do Lion King, and then Wicked lends itself to this, and then of course the beauty. Actually, I did choose Chicago because of Sophie, who'd done Velma. And I wanted a bit of, you know, sass
Yeah.
and jazz and sort of, you know, up the tempo a bit in a show that's got quite a lot of very poignant moments. I think it's important in a show.
Slick your hair and wear your buckle shoes. And all that jazz, I hear the father dip is gonna blow the blues. And all that jazz, hold on, hon, we're gonna buddy hug. I bought some aspirin down that United drug in case you shake apart and want a brand new start to do that jazz.
And how did you put it together? Like, go about finding your 8 incredible cast?
Well, I've worked with 6 out of 8, so I've been doing these sort of shows for years.
Yeah.
I started off doing cabaret in Soho years ago at Too Much with like Carl. So Carl and I were at drama school together, and then we were like, you know, everyone does their own thing, and the performers would go in and out of West End shows or do cabaret or anything like that. Jodie I worked with on a show similar to this in Dubai when we opened the Dubai Mall. Sophie as well, and Laura Emmit I worked with in a show in Beirut, and Simon was from the Too Much cabaret years. So.
And we'll keep on fighting till the end. Everybody now, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. So everybody raise your hands. Keep on fighting till the end.
Oh, and that's why I did hair, because I thought I have to put hair in to suit all the hippie people that will be coming, and which they love. They were like, "Oh, I didn't know those songs were from a musical." I'm like, please.
The sunshine, the sunshine, the sunshine,
Yeah, and like I said, the rake in the land lends itself, and then I did the deck chair idea just because obviously comfort and it looks gorge. And then actually, if we come here, then we can do a view of the stage. So that's where the fire normally is.
Nice.
So for a festival last year, they built this proscenium arch. It just looks like, you know,
It's
the
stunning.
stage in Wicked. I think I saw in Into the Woods. I saw Into the Woods on Broadway about 20 years ago, and I think the set was literally that. So I got inspired to do that, and and it's kind of come together.
how have the cast found it coming back and being in front of a live audience?
Do you know what? It's because I've got a performing background, and I know that how to sort of look after a cast so they feel supported and held, so they can do their work and magic. So I knew they'd love this land.
Yeah.
We put them up in a really nice farmhouse cottage up there. Fed them really well with our amazing caterers who fed the guests, and I knew they would love it, because when you're on stage you can see these trees behind. So when Carl was singing Giants in the Sky, he was literally talking to the giants in the sky. They said that it was the most epic moment to perform on a stage like this in this environment, when it was really good weather, the stars were above at night. And they've all said that it's one of their most memorable chances to perform, especially as they haven't performed for a year and a half, and all scratching to. And it's been a really lovely re-entry back into what I hope for all of them, a new wave of theatre and busy times performing.
Do you think this is something you'll do more regularly now?
Well, a lot of people are like, when's the next one? Yeah. When's the next one? I think it's got legs because, first of all, West End in the Woods can be in any woods in England, and there are a lot of other spaces like this which we can find. Bringing theatre to the regions, especially the West End talent, because a lot of people still nervous about going back to theatre, even though you can. Some people wouldn't want to go because of the social distance, some people wouldn't want to go because of the masks. So if we can bring the theatre, keep the theatre going by doing it outdoors, there's a lot of various places around the country, and even here we have a slot at the end of September, the 25th and 26th, so we'll close the summer with it. So we've opened the summer and then we'll do it back here in September the 25th, which will be milder and colder, but nothing that a blanket, a hot water bottle and a hot chocolate won't sort. And even if it rains, get a golfing umbrella. I mean, the proms in the park and all these outdoor theatres, they're used to it. Golfing umbrella, and the stage is covered, which we put all that tent up and the actual stage, put the lighting rig in. You just have to do this. You have to be resourceful in these times of COVID. I think it's made everyone be much more imaginative with what to do and how to carry on putting on theatre, which and you realise from the response of the audience, like, people have missed it. People need theatre. It inspires them. It invokes emotion. It makes them lift and and feel good, and then they can go out their daily lives with a bit more joy in their heart and crack on.
One day more. How can I live when we are parted? One day more. Tomorrow you'll be worlds away, and yet with you my world has started. I swear I will be true, but he never saw me there.
These interviews are completely free and I don't make any money from them. But if you would like to support me, I've set up That Fest to produce theatrical events to raise money for HIV charities. If you would like to make a donation, please check out our website or follow us at That Fest UK.